Good morning, traders. Venderman here with FuturestraderElite with your NQ pre-market prep on 12/15. It's Monday. Let's get a fresh start on the week and get a fresh set of eyes on the structure of this market. So let's pull this chart up. Here we're looking at the 1 hour chart is what we're going to start with. And as you can see, we are sitting around the golden pivot right now. Right in here at the 352 area. And so first and foremost, let's talk about the upside. What do we have to the upside? Excuse me. If we can stay above this golden pivot, one of the first things we need to keep in mind for rejection is 395 to 405. 395 to 405. That puts us where there was a previous all-time high, and I got a resistance line. This yellow line was a previous all-time high. A rejection line here, this blue line. You see here we had some bounces, some really nice bounces off that area. We had some rejection from that area back here. So first reaction into this area, what acted as support here may very well be resistance here today. Now if we get there or we pierce through this, we need to start thinking we got this green line here that's at about 20 or about 450. About 450, and then we got this zone box up here that's from 480 to 510, and there's a resistance line in the middle of that at about 495. This is if we break through this 395 405 area, these would be some key areas to look for first reaction rejection from. Not saying it will, or excuse me, not saying that it won't, but then turn around and keep going up. And then if we were to continue to the upside, your R1 pivot is at 584. As you can see when you look up here where that's at, where this pivot is, you come across, there's a whole lot of support that was in that area. So now you're going to have to think we're down here coming to it. Might be some hard resistance up here. You know, the question is are they really going to try to bring this market back up? Excuse me. Let's zoom out a little bit. See, we thought we was trying to fix that structure here. We can never break this head and shoulders in this area that we talked so much about. And then we got the pullback again here. So in theory, you would have to think that we're still on a bearish trend. You know, now we have to come back up here and we got all this to take out to really get to the bullish side, especially if they think they're going to squeeze this in the all-time highs by the end of this year. You know, Santa rally right around the corner, or it could start. It can start now, but just curious to see what they're going to try to do here. Now if we keep going to the upside and we can take out that R1 pivot, this is a whole lot of consolidation in this area to deal with. That'll be resistance. You know, they may try to drive this up and get all the way up here to this trend line, and if they did that, we're going to be, I mean, that's way up there from where we're at now. Well, I guess it ain't that bad. 500 points or so, somewhere in that area, 500-600 points. Not a big deal. They could do that pretty fast. But I could see them, if we can stay above this golden pivot, them if they want to take it up, we're going to do some upward drive, a little pullback, upward drive, pullback. So remember these key areas that might be first reaction short plays. They may react, but then they may pierce through, retest up to the next area, pullback, retest, backed up to the next area, and that could just be one scenario that you see playing out. Now let's say that they don't like that area of the golden pivot and they want to take this down, especially at market open or throughout today. We are heading in. This is some resistance area here, right where we're at. You know, if we get to the top of the zone box, look at this hard rejection wick right here on the 1 hour, and then if you look back here, you know, there was some rejection out of the top of the zone box here, consolidated before that push. So what we'll be looking at now is that they want to drop this down. We got to watch this low right here. You got to watch each one of these lows to see if we take them out to reverse this structure. I would be eyeballing if we can get through 230. You need to start looking at get through 230, you need to be looking at 130. And then because if we can get through this area right here, which is what we got down to, I guess Friday, that was around 120. And then this back here, this was kind of like you see this is the same area that's on the 38.2 fib. We touched the 38.2 fib again Friday and got this bounce on the 1 hour with the fibs pulled. The 50% fib is down here at around 888, 887 area. You have to be thinking, you know, what if they want to get this down to the 50% fib on the higher time frame for a harder bounce? And then the 61.8 is all the way down at 654, 655, which still, that's not that far away. It's 800 points, 800 points the opposite direction. I would be thinking if they tried to pull this down, I would be trying to maybe play a trend line play. 1 hour trend line, especially if we get near one of these lines and this trend line, like this green support line or one of these previous all-time high, one of these yellow lines, if it got over in there or something, I would be thinking about playing first reaction short. You know, if it opened up and slammed straight down to that trend line, I would be playing a first reaction bounce, because look at how these wicks back here got sucked up. You know, throw an order down in here on that trend line, 1 or 2. See what the first reaction is. Could give you out 20, 30, 40, 50 point bounce or better off of that. Let's take this down to, say, the 15 minute and have a look and see what we're looking at there. We looks like last night we had a little gap down when it opened up. Looks like. So now we got a little gap play up here. We could say, where are we at? This is 800. Wow. Or no, that ain't the right gap. No, that was on Friday. Where did we open up at? Back here somewhere. Okay. Yeah, this is going to take some doing here just to make this drop up. You know, got to watch out. It looks like some of the contracts are rolling over already on NinjaTrader, and if you trade from TradingView, they usually don't roll over as fast as the ones on NinjaTrader. I had rolled mine over. I had to turn them back because the pricing was off. PEZ is a Precision Entry Zone, is what that stands for. Thank you for being here. Room Beats. Yep, Precision Entry Zone. Come join us in the Discord if you want to learn some more out about that, or check out some other things on the channel. But we what we have is I done lost track of what was we talking about there. Anyhow, well, you can see now we're trying to reject off this golden pivot right here. I don't, we got to take it one step at a time. We're going to be checking out them pivots today. Like always, we love our pivot plays. ATR is kind of low. Oh yeah, I was talking to you guys about the rollover on the contracts. Those of y'all that trade from TradingView, they always roll over later than they do on NinjaTrader. So I had to switch back so that I could get my prices to match, because I execute on NinjaTrader, but I also watch charts on TradingView and do a lot of charting on TradingView. So I need everything to match. So you need to be careful with that. I'm gonna be thinking that they're gonna try to drive this market up if they want to save it, because of the way the structure looks, and it's a good possibility that they do that, but we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens when the market opens. We also have to wait and see if we can stay above this trend line, this 1 hour trend line down here. We'll be good for today. I just got to wait and see what they try to do when the market opens. Are we going to pierce through it? If so, we need to worry about our lower levels, and then if they bring it down and bounce, we'll worry about them higher levels that we were discussing. There's a whole lot of imbalance going on this 15-minute chart. We got let's see here, we got an imbalance zone up here from 500 to 455. There's an imbalance zone. That'd be the main one that they might try to fill to the upside, and then that would get us back into one of our levels. We was talking about the zone box with this resistance line here in the middle. So that's something to pay attention to the upside for first reaction, is that there's an imbalance zone. Mark that down, 500 to 455, that they might try to get up here and fill, and then get a rejection. That would sweep this blue line inside this box. So, and you know how they love their whole numbers. Say you get up around 495 to 500. Should be probably playing first reaction short plays or bounce plays to any whole number, because you're always going to get some kind of reaction, more than likely, at your high or your whole numbers. And then excuse me, we R1, we need to take out that high to see anything to the upside. What we look like on the 15-minute. See if we can turn these drawings off. Might look a little different, be able to see more. So this is a 15-minute chart, and I mean, just with no drawings on there, you can automatically see that this is of concern right here. All these tops of an area that we're going to have to get through, and that's at about 860, it looks like, or so. It's 875. Whole lot of consolidation here, guys, whole lot. So we are going to I think that's all we're going to go over in the pre-market prep this morning. If you're new here, come join the Discord for free. And we'll always update in the live updates channel in Discord before the market opens with PEZ zones. Is there any plans to live stream trade during New York? I actually was discussing that with someone last night, to be honest. The future is open for sure. If I do decide to start trading live It will be in the New York market session and probably be the first 2 hours of the day, more than likely. Or I just got to figure the scheduling out. I may, instead of doing pre-market prep this early in the morning, just start live streaming around I might start streaming around 8 a.m. Central, so 9 Eastern maybe, if I do live, and then live stream straight in about 2 hours of the market open. More than likely, I would not be streaming all day. But yeah, there's a chance. There's a chance, possibility. I appreciate you being in the Discord. The precision entry zones, yeah, I don't that's part of the course. I don't really do that live or anything like that. I always do that in the background. And there's a whole lot to learn in the course. PES and imbalance and structure and trend lines, and I mean there's just a lot out there that I do on a daily basis. Not everything is geared around just one particular tool in the toolbox. My toolbox is full of a lot of tools. But I try to keep everybody safe and fair warned. We will be back at it tomorrow morning. Maybe we'll figure out something in the future as far as going live. I do appreciate you being here with me on the stream this morning. And if you're new here, hit that like and subscribe. Come join Discord for free and hang out with the trading community. And I will see you guys in Discord. Have a great trading day.